It wasn't long after the miraculous finish to the Vikings' divisional round win over the Saints, the coaches and players turned their attention to the next task at hand, the NFC Conference Championship, Sunday evening in Philadelphia. The Eagles, with their 13-3 record, earned the top spot in the NFC and come into Sunday riding high after their own dramatic finish with a 15-10 win over the Falcons. Even with backup quarterback Nick Foles, the Eagles will present plenty of problems for the Vikings.
Getting ready for a very, very good Philadelphia football team. Going on the road, it'll be a tough environment. So we'll have our work cut out for us. We'll have to play great in all three areas to win this football game.
The Vikings are looking to become the first team ever to play the Super Bowl in their host stadium. But to do so, they have to get by the Eagles and one of the top defenses in football.
You know, all 11 guys that they line up, and even the guys they bring into play, I mean, they are all solid players. You know, hardly ever out of position. You know, always in position to make plays up front. I think, you know, really talented group, man. They disrupt the run and the pass really well. So, you know, we got our work cut out for us, getting the ball out and running the ball. So, you know, other than that, I mean, I could sit up here and talk about them all day. But you know, you look at their stats and, you know, they kind of speak for themselves. They're a good defense.
The Eagles limited Matt Ryan and the Falcons to just 10 points last Saturday and ranked 4th in the NFL during the regular season in yards allowed per game. Their rushing defense was tops in the league, and they were 4th in the NFL in points allowed per contest.
They're really talented. They got some guys that are big, physical, and quick and can get off the ball and attack the passer. So we're going to have to do a really good job up front, and we know that every week that's kind of a big deal for us, but it doesn't stop there with this defense. They got guys at every level and guys that are playing really well together.
Offensively, the Eagles are no pushover, finishing 3rd in the NFL in points per game. But much of Philly's offense changed course when MVP candidate Carson Wentz was lost for the season on December 10th with a torn ACL. The injury left veteran Nick Foles to step in and continue the Eagles' magical season.
The biggest thing with Nick Foles is you gotta get around him, you gotta affect him, you gotta make him be a little hesitant in the pocket. You know, with no pressure, he has a very good passer rating with being affected and getting hits. You know, it comes down a lot, so we gotta affect him in different ways. But we gotta stop the run first and foremost to be able to get to him.
But their offense is much more than a veteran quarterback who limits his mistakes. With 2 strong running backs and a dominant offensive line, the Vikings and the NFL's top-ranked defense will still have their hands full on Sunday evening.
They do a great job in the running game, the schemes. The running backs are very hard to tackle. They have a lot of run-pass options, and they've got excellent receivers. I think Foles has done a good job of understanding where to go with the football and the things that they're trying to do with him.
It's been 8 years since the Vikings played in the NFC Championship Game, and fans, players, and staff are hoping this year ends the 41-year drought with a Super Bowl appearance. A chance to play the final game of the NFL season in their home building and become the first home team ever to host a Super Bowl. But to get there, it won't be easy. And all the momentum from the dramatic win over the Saints goes away at 5:40 when the game is kicked off from Lincoln Financial Field, with the 2 top teams in the conference vying for that spot in Minneapolis.
It's an NFC Championship game. No, this is what our focus is on right now, the Philadelphia Eagles. And being professionals, you got to be able to make that switch. And our switch is you got to focus on the Philadelphia Eagles and getting the job done. That's all. You can't live in that moment no more. This is the next big moment. You know, you never know what could happen. It could be another big play like that the next game. But you know, you just got to live in the moment. The moment's now, and that's the Philadelphia Eagles.
You have to understand that it doesn't matter what your thought process is if you don't win this game. So I think for each and every one of us, we have to keep our mind 100% solely focused on the Philadelphia Eagles.
You know, I'm grateful for that chance to have this opportunity in my 7th year to get to play in an NFC Championship game. You know, Coach Zim was talking to us this morning and you know, talked about his first year in Dallas. They go to the NFC Championship game in '94 and then go back in '95, and he hasn't been back since '95. I think I was just out of diapers in '95, so you know that really teaches us, and you know we can portray that message, especially to the young guys. And we have such a young team that this doesn't happen all the time, and you know we have a great opportunity, and you know we should make the most of it.